And now in this week's feature, a look back at this year's Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions. There are many key players in the success of the sale, but one standout is the young man you're about to meet. He's been through a lot for a 17-year-old, but he's come through it all with flying colors.
1100, I got 10 here, you got to be 1100.
For 57 years, the Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions has been more than just an auction. It's the culmination of a year's worth of grit, sweat, and determination. This year, more than 1,150 young people brought nearly 1,800 animals to Jackson, competing for a spot in a sale that raised nearly $580,000.
What a great opportunity it is to come here and celebrate our youth, both our 4-H and our FFA kids. Now, they've worked this whole year tirelessly raising animals, which instills such a good sense of responsibility. They worked their way through the local ranks, the district ranks, to get here to the Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions.
While the records were shattered, including a $13,500 lamb and a $25,000 goat, even more value lies in the $1.4 million in scholarships the sale has provided over time, along with the youth programs that feed into the sale.
And there's a lot of discussion in our state all the time about workforce development, workforce development, workforce development. I want you to know there's no better workforce development program in the state of Mississippi than 4-H and FFA. Can we give them another great big hand? Thank you for all you do.
Among the 41 scholarship recipients this year is a young man whose story defines resilience. Julian Chavez, a homeschooled senior from Lincoln County, was awarded the $2,500 Premier Exhibitor Scholarship, a triathlon of skill, knowledge, and persistence.
Julian has been one of my 4-H'ers for the entire time that I've been an extension agent in Lincoln County. He started when he was a clover bud, and he'll be graduating high school this year. He has shown a variety of species: beef, sheep, goats. So he's really explored all the avenues. He's also involved in our educational contests, judging, premier exhibitor, and things of that nature. So it's been a pleasure working with Julian.
Julian's path hasn't been easy. Raised by his grandparents since age 4, he's faced hardships that might have sidelined others. But under the guidance of Marty and Juanita Tripp, he forged an approach to life that's now his signature. What have they taught him?
My work ethic, for sure. My grandfather used to work for an oil company, and he taught me that no matter where you go, you always put 120% in. And my grandmother has been real adamant on making sure that I do it. So my grandmother has definitely been the driving force on making sure that I have been really good about my work ethic. But my grandfather, he's the one who set the foundation.
Leadership comes naturally to Julian, who serves as a leader for both the Brahmin Associations and Mississippi 4-H. Yet he remains grounded by a philosophy of humility and faith.
Humility plays a huge part in everything you do. I know people who have won big and they're very humble about it, but I've also known people who have won small and they're very arrogant about it. And I've personally been able to win at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and I don't like to bring it up. I just, I'm very proud of the moment, but I try not to brag about it, because if you brag about something, that's, the old saying, pride cometh before the fall. So I try to stay away from that fall as much as I possibly can.
Have you had pretty good luck at that? That's a tough one for a lot of people.
I'm human, sir, so I've fallen a couple of times, but you know what it says in the Bible, a righteous man falleth 7 but gets up 8. And I might be wrong on the numbers, but it's just about getting up and finding back.
That resilience was tested when he lost a prize calf to a hunter's accident. Instead of bitterness, Julian chose optimism.
I have a little bit of a different view than some people, but I'm an optimist. I love to see the good things in everything. It's very few times where I get, I get real negative, and that's not something that's often for me, but I love to see the good things. And sometimes it's hard. It is hard to see the positive side of things, but when you do, that's all you got to do and you will be happy. All you got to do is find what a part of what you're doing drives you and makes you happy, and you'll find it.
Julian's story is a standout, but he is part of a larger movement of young leaders finding their voices in the barn.
I've grown up in 4-H, and for me, it all started in the livestock barn. Showing livestock taught me responsibility, hard work, and perseverance. But 4-H gave me so much more than just skills in the show ring. It gave me confidence, leadership, and a place where I truly belong.
This year, I am able to exhibit 2 animals in the Sale of Junior Champions, and I can truly not express what that means to me. But honestly, it means that the countless hours that me and my family have spent in the barn, working and honestly arguing most times, but just spending that time together, growing together, learning more about our stock and how to be better people has all paid off.
Julian has become very outgoing, very responsible, and he's really fell into that leadership role and just taken that on within the county. A lot of our kids look up to Julian and they want to mimic Julian, be like Julian, and so he's really kind of set that standard within our county, and that's been a lot of fun to watch him grow from being a junior 4-H'er to the senior 4-H'er that they're all looking up to.
This fall, Julian heads to Mississippi State University to study animal and dairy sciences. Whether he becomes a businessman or a rancher, his foundation is unshakable.
Don't be afraid to try something new. If I didn't try sheep, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been able to win this, and I wouldn't be as blessed as I am today. I wanted to, but I was scared to try a lot of new things. I've been in a lot of competitions, and I've been able to win some of those competitions, but all you gotta do, you don't know what'll happen. You try it and you could very well win it.
Myself included, I grew up showing livestock, and now I'm a member of the Sale of Champions Committee, and I know how much goes into making events like this possible. And I can tell you at firsthand, the youth that we're going to support and celebrate today are some of the most dedicated, hardworking, biggest leaders. And at Southern Ag Credit, that's why we invest in young people, because we know that that is the future leaders of our ag industry.
To date, the Dixie National Sale of Junior Champions has generated over $10.6 million. But as Julian Chavez proves, the real investment is in the character of the young people themselves.
Our mission is to promote the youth in our state and support their goals for further education in hopes of ultimately retaining them in the workforce in Mississippi. You know, this program, yes, the animals are the product, but the real product is the people. That's the real, genuine Mississippi product that we are wanting to create.
Our job is to make sure that our students not only care for their livestock, but they're learning life lessons. So we teach them in the classroom, but we're really teaching them life skills that we need them to use in the future. So whether that is showing up when it's hard, making sure you're on time, caring for something that depends upon you, that's our whole goal.
So, $11,000, F1,
Congratulations again to Julian Chavez.